Hello, and welcome back to another Bicoastal Buddies podcast. This is my special series of Foodie reviews a movie, Obsession, Part 2, I'm Still Obsessed. 9 days ago, I sat down and gave my initial thoughts on the movie Obsession. Every time I write something down, I feel like I'm missing something. This movie, I've gone back and revisited clips and just thinking back over in my head, how do I feel about this movie and why it's resonated with me so much and why it seems like it's resonated with so many other people as well. There is definitely an obsession to Obsession. The amount of posts that I've read on X, people breaking down to the minuscule detail of these scenes is really a testament to what Nikki was able to portray on the screen. Indy Navarrete is such a great actress, and it's kind of hard to describe in words how well she does this character in this film. I want to talk about how I've watched so many different reviews trying to break down this movie and whether these reviewers liked it or not. I would say the vast majority of people seem to have liked this movie. I have started listening to and taking in the opinion of people who haven't liked the movie. Looking back at the movie, I do see some small little things that kind of stick out that you could kind of pick at. But overall, from the very beginning of this movie to the end, it really is pretty perfect. I don't really review movies. I do mostly food reviews. And it was this movie that really inspired me. I wanted to compare it to Weapons because that movie really stood out to me last year. And I remember watching in the theaters and the jump scares that you get in that movie. But this is the first movie that I've really truly wanted to watch multiple times. And I don't typically get that with these scary movies that come out. Recently, I've watched LongLegs, 28 Days Later, and then 28 Days Later, Bone Temple. I've watched Talk to Me. This movie really inspired me to take a look back at some of the better horror movies in the last couple years here. I think what's special about this movie is that the actors are all people that you would not know or recognize. An issue I had with LongLegs is that it's Nicolas Cage, and as scary as he comes off in this movie, and he is scary, it's still Nicolas Cage. And I'm so used to seeing him in so many different roles. I think that's what gets us with Obsession is we're really not familiar with these characters. We haven't seen them in other movies. The last thing I want to talk about before we wrap up, body language and the body movements of Nikki. I think I hit this before, but I gotta hit it one more time. These freakish moves that she makes, from the sort of robotic moves that she makes as she's coming behind Bear towards the end of the movie, the sort of the run forward and then run back. When she went to go get a knife, I think he thought maybe she was going to hurt him, when in reality, because it seemed like he was leaving, I think she was ready to hurt herself just to make him stay. The head crash through the window. It is just so surprising. This movie continues to interest me, and I continue to look at different posts as people continue to break down this movie, and we all continue to be obsessed. I know it's coming to an end this weekend as far as the theatrical release. Probably going to keep an eye out to see if they extend that any further. I think that I like to look at the budget and the box office. So this movie was made for approximately $1 million. It's between $750,000 to $1 million. This movie so far has done $90 million, and it looks like it's gonna do 100, which, considering how low the budget is, absolutely insane. This movie has really, I feel like, gripped people, and now people are just comparing this movie to everything. And this weekend, Backrooms coming out, it really sets the tone as far as keeping that bar high where people are really expecting every horror movie now to meet or exceed their expectations now that Obsession has set the bar so high. Kind of speaks to what Curry Barker was able to do with this movie, and you just can't help but be proud of him considering such a small budget, somewhat limited resources that he had going into this movie. I love how he's in the movie as well, in one of the craziest scenes where they're going over to take back the wish or change the wish, as Bear calls this 800 number, and Curry Barker is the one that is on the other line. Initially, it's comical because he's just kind of like, we can't really take back the wish. She can't modify it. That's not how it works. And then it gets super creepy when he's like, hey, you want to talk to Nikki? And there she is screaming in the background. You think of the moments where Nikki's breaking through. Those moments where the real Nikki is kind of poking through is so disturbing when you go back to watch the movie. Thinking back now, it's so disturbing to see what Nikki's become, but because you have those moments where the real Nikki does show herself, just adds to sort of the intensity as she just keeps becoming more and more obsessed as you see that going through the movie. I just really enjoyed the way he went about escalating Nikki from the very beginning of her obsession to the very end. And eventually when Bear dies and the curse is broken, and that's how the movie ends.